Welcome to Muslim Apologetics Australia. Just want to discuss a Christian apologist named Robert Wells. He goes by the name also by Radical Moderator on social media, and he's basically a heckler, a clown that basically tries to lie his way in Christian apologetics. It's really sad, this guy's attitude. He hasn't really changed much over the years. We continue to expose him for the liar he is, and I've actually documented it. I'll put a hyperlink below this video. You can see it for yourself. We've documented link after link showing his deceitful character and behavior when dealing with Muslims. As you know, for the last 4 or 5 months, the man has blocked me, and I've documented it on our Facebook page called World Muslim Debate Academy. When you try to open the links and to access this man's behavior, you need to first log in to your Facebook account and go into my own Facebook page, which I created called World Muslim Debate Academy. Add that group. Once you add it, you'll be able to access the links and see this man's behavior. So basically, he banned me for 5 or 6 months. He came back after Brother Yahya suggested him to actually re-add me to his Facebook so we can actually engage him in apologetics. And he came back lying, giving us again the reason why he actually banned me. And it's really funny. If we go to the actual quote, and I've got it all documented, and this is why I'm making this video, to continue to demonstrate and expose this liar continuously. Now, apparently, he actually banned me because this is what he quotes, and I'm reading verbatim for what he says. He says, because I asked him, I said, why did he ban me for 5 or 6 months? And Brother Yahya is a witness to this as well. Yahya Snow, his name is. So basically I said to him, the only reason why you banned me is because we humiliated you by exposing your lies online. This is the only reason why you actually blocked me. And he came back and this is what he said. He says, as you can see in the screen, just in the middle section of the paragraph, he says, the reason why I banned you is because you said that ISIS is the closest to true Islam, but then denied that ISIS was Islamic. Now, this doesn't make sense. Why would he ban me if I said ISIS is true Islam? Doesn't make sense, yeah? And then he says that I denied ISIS being true Islam. So if my guilt was that I supported ISIS and that's why you banned me, well, why are you still banning me if you think that I denied later to say that ISIS is not Islamic? So why would you ban me? So I actually asked him that this wasn't the reason and you're lying. So then I brought this to Robert's attention, as you can see in the screen. I said, if I said such a thing, for example, supporting ISIS, for argument's sake, why would that constitute a block? And Robert actually writes back and he says, look at his quote. He says, well, maybe that was the totality of why. There could have been other reasons, like falsely accusing me of being a liar. That could be another reason too. So notice he first comes to the page and he only makes one presumption, that I supported ISIS. When that didn't work, because he's a liar, I never supported ISIS. In fact, I wrote on my own Facebook page condemning the group ISIS for their terrorism and being abhorrent against Islam. And so basically he changes his comment, right? He changes his comment and he says, well, there were other lies that you probably made that constituted why he actually banned me. And I said to him, you see, guys, he just lied again. He didn't block me because of making such statements as he earlier accused me. The real reason why he actually blocked me is because we exposed him on his behavior and about his friend Nicodemus, who actually blocked me because he claimed that I insulted the Holy Spirit, which isn't true at all. In fact, this guy actually lies so much because, as you know, Robert Wells is from America, right? And there was a person, and our discussion, we had a discussion on white Christian terrorists, because Robert basically was denying that there could be a white Christian terrorist or such thing as a white Christian terrorist. And we quoted him Dylan Roof, who's actually the guy that walked into a church, a black church, and I think he shot about 4 or 5 people, killed them in cold blood. And Dylan Roof himself was a white Christian. Now, Robert Wells is from America, yeah? So since he's from America and he's pretty up to date with apologetics and what goes on in the real world about terrorism and killings and so forth, because he loves to talk about it so much. So basically we said to Robert Wells, does he condemn the actions of Dylan Roof, as you can see in the screen? And Robert Wells writes, he says, those people who did those things, yes, those things he does condemn, but he says, I don't know who Dylan Roof is, but if he murdered people. So look at this. Robert Wells says he doesn't know who Dylan Roof is. Can you believe this? Dylan Roof, a white Christian who walked into a mosque. It was all over the news media, all over the papers. The guy shot and killed 5 people, right? And he doesn't know who he is. He actually pretends he doesn't even know who he is. So my brother in faith, Brother Yahya Snow, writes to Robert, he says, Roberto, you live in America, unless you're back in Latin America now, how can you not know who Dylan Roof is? So even Yahya raised his eyebrows to say, how can Robert not know this? So this is more proof the guy is a compulsive liar, an absolute liar. So as you can see, he didn't know who Dylan Roof was. He claimed I supported ISIS, but then later on he said, I don't say that ISIS is Islamic. And then he couldn't really bring us evidence of why he actually banned me, because he lied upon all of those statements. And then look what he says in the end. He says, good then, your humiliation will be complete. So he understands he got humiliated. I humiliated him. And he accepts that me humiliating him has been complete now. So as you can see, the guy is a compulsive liar, and he admits he lied, and he's been humiliated for it. Unbelievable.